Welcome back to Tokyo Fresh. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with David.
Hello.
It's been a month.
It's been 1 month since you came to my house and podcasted in the room that is adjacent to my living room.
It has been so long. Oh my God. For those that don't know, I'm sure most of you do. I was in the UK for an entire month. Went back for the holidays. My mother said basically I need to come back for an entire month because I hadn't been home in like
a minute.
Oh man, 3.5, 4 years. It'd been a long fucking time since I'd been back. So it was kind of like, if I was gonna go back for Jesus Christ.
Tell me about how much money it costs to bankrupt you and go back to the UK.
Dude, it bankrupted me. My bank.
I believe it.
Tickets alone wrecked, and then the UK itself is just expensive. So like, it's a lot for a little. Like I'm really gonna dive into this like as we get more into the podcast. Like, I really want to talk about like the comparisons between like sort of the UK and Japan. If you're in the Discord, I was discussing while I was in the UK. I was like jumping in to be like, yo, this place kind of hot trash, but we'll get there. I don't want to throw out blank statements to be like the UK is shit, blah blah blah. But like I said, we'll get there. But I'm back now. It's good to be back in Japan. Like honestly, very much. It's been nice. I was sick once I got back though. It's flipping sucked. Flying economy, dude. Absolutely right. Dude, I got back and I was like, I had like travel sickness basically. So like, you know when you
is that different from regular sickness?
You know when you travel like on an airplane for a certain amount of time, you start feeling like shit. Like,
yes.
Recycled air.
There's like I don't know what it is, but there's something about it where it like clings to you, right? And you just feel dirty.
You feel disgusting. It's horrible. Like when I fly, I always feel like bad. Like I get like really congested. I feel really bad. Even I wear a mask as well. I've been wearing a mask on airplanes for the last like 5 years. So if I'm on a plane, I'm wearing a mask. 100%. Like I have to be, because it's disgusting to not. Like it's recycled air. It's people sneezing and coughing for like hours on end. Like especially like,
going back to the UK, because that's like 16 plus hours.
Horrible. It's like 16 plus hours and a layover. So you're traveling for a long time. That's a long time to be around like large groups of people. You are going to get sick. And on the way back, I was masked up. But even then, it got me. Fucking got sick. It's terrible.
You didn't get corona though.
Nah, I tested that. I thought it was corona. Like I was generally thinking like, this might be COVID. Let me get tested. I had like a lone test in my house. Did it.
A single one.
Bro, this just the one left I left there. I was cool. No corona. Just like a regular like flu type sickness. Awful. But you know, how have you been, dude? How was your month without my glorious presence?
Where the fuck do I begin?
You see this? Without me here,
this has been
shining light upon your life.
Dude, man, this it's been a month.
Embrace me. Tell me.
So, I don't think I talked about it much on the podcast beforehand. I think I mentioned it a little bit, but I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like my school got a new principal, blah blah blah, whatever. So turns out,
go on.
I guess after March I don't have a job. But
David,
but this is the thing.
Go on.
This is where it might go nuclear.
At the school?
Oh yeah.
Go
on. Like no. I might make it go nuclear.
Seriously?
Along with 2 other people. So
go on.
Without getting into like the nitty gritty.
Without getting into the names and the addresses, basically.
Right, yeah. Without doxing anyone.
Retry.
Don't tempt me. So my school got a new principal, and he's a fucking asshole.
I've heard.
Nobody fucking likes this guy. Like literally no one. And people we thought that did like this guy, turns out like later on we're like talking to them in private, and they're like, "Man, I fucking hate that guy." And we're like, "Oh, okay. So like this is not just a me thing.
No,
this is like a staff-wide fuck this guy thing." And he's been made the principal. Now, bad move number 1. So bad move number 2 is, I think I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but like back in November, he decided it was going to be a genius move to put me on probation again.
Wait, again?
Yes. Yes. So this is where you go again.
No, wait. Once you're off probation and you have like that Shakaijin blah 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 like contract, you can't just be put back on probation
Correct.
without like you need like mad like documentation reporting.
Correct.
And even then, like, so I love shitting on Japan. It's like one of my favorite things to do. It's very, very fun. But one of the things Japan does right, I will say, is that as a worker, you're fucking protected. Like it is so impossibly hard to fire someone. They do things in Japanese companies where like they want you to quit. So they'll put you in like
the basement dungeon room.
Yeah, a basement dungeon room
To
and be
mentally
like,
fuck with you.
yeah, literally
so
to be
you'll
like,
quit.
oh, Tanaka, you have no work to do. We don't want you here anymore. You can't say that. So be like, oh,
Right.
Tanaka, seems like all your contracts are finished. Go and sit at your desk in the new B3 is now where you work. So yeah, good luck. And you have nothing to do. You're just there all day, every day, just like sitting in the basement doing nothing until you quit. They're trying to push you out. That's what they do because they can't fire you without an active case. If they don't have one, nothing they can do basically, you know?
Right.
So continue. Just
So
a
anyway,
little backdrop
so-
on that. To why they can't just put you back
Of
on
course,
probation
of
and
course,
stuff.
being the genius that this man is, he's done absolutely no research about worker law or
Legend.
any kind of stuff.
Legend.
And he decides it's a good idea to put me on probation.
Okay.
So immediately I go, doesn't seem legal to me. Maybe I should go check it out.
Yep.
Turns out, not legal.
Surprise, surprise.
You can extend someone's probationary period,
Yes.
provided you give them warning
Yep.
within the probationary period.
Yep.
So, typically, in Japan, your probationary period is 3 months or 6 months.
Or 6 months, yeah.
Here's the thing. I started in March, April, May, June. Well, that's already 4, so it can't be 3.
Nope.
July, August, September, October, November. Well, that's 9.
Holy shit.
So, I don't know. Hey, this is my first year teaching math, but even I'm smart enough to know that 9 is bigger than 6.
that was lesson 2.
Yeah. So, bad move. Because now I have, some kind of and it's on official letterhead.
He really fucked
He signed
himself. Oh no. Okay.
Right? And of course, I've signed it now because at the time, I'm thinking, well, what happens if I don't sign this?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I get a golden handshake today and go home? Which, again, that would have been even worse for him because then I could have really taken stuff up because it would have been actual dismissal. Anyway, so this goes on for, this was in November, right? And he's like, okay, you got till the end of December to...
Do whatever.
fix all these issues that I've outlined in this thing.
I've just made up these issues. Could you fix them?
Yeah, it's 100%.
so-
that is 100% what it
Could
is.
you check issue 2? Could you be less Canadian? Could you make that happen, please? Literally.
So, end of December comes. It's like 3 days before the end of the term, before we go for winter holidays.
yeah,
And we're having contract negotiations at the company
nice.
afterward, right? And there's 3 people on the floor that have not had contract negotiations. And we're going, seems a little bit suspect.
Suspicioso, yeah.
And especially
100%.
since it's like 3 people that he just vehemently doesn't like for whatever reason. Like I've never even talked to this dude or like really done anything to this guy like at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't like him, so I just steer clear of him
you-
all the
yeah,
time,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know why he has this fucking hate boner for me. But the 2 other people he like clearly very much dislikes, right? So he brings us in one at a time, like the week before Christmas. This is like the this has been like the 17th of December or something. And he's like, okay, we're not going to renew your contract for next year. So I'm like, I asked him like, why?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we don't feel that you've made the improvement that we were looking for. And I asked him to his face, based on whose criteria?
Literally. Exactly.
And he's like, oh, well, me and other teachers and parents. So,
okay.
So immediately I was like, I should have done this. I would have been like, you can call any teacher in this fucking school in here and see what they say.
Yep.
I wish I had done that because I would have been like, I dare you because I can guarantee every single one will defend me.
Yep. 100%.
I guarantee. And parents, I have not seen a single word or email from a parent ever this year. Like 0. So for me to hear that, and I'm like, okay, this does
don't
not
add
hold
up.
water,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So I just go, well, I'm not going to fight you about it because you've made your decision.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, thanks, bye. And I get up and go out, right? The other 2 people who come in after me, same thing, right? And he's like, oh, we're not renewing your contract at the end of December.
Parents, teachers, blah, blah, blah. Same. I assume
I don't know.
same nonsense.
No, he couldn't even give them a definitive reason, right?
Wait, so he was just like, well,
we're not. Yeah, basically. So
wow, okay.
let me tell you about workers' rights in Japan.
Go on.
Legally, your company, if they are not going to renew your contract and you have been an employee for a year, they must they must provide you with the reason why you are not having your contract renewed.
Yep.
So here's the fun thing. That was November. It is now January. None of us have the document saying why our stuff is not being renewed.
Seriously?
That's more than 3 weeks. If you know that you are not renewing our contract,
You have to tell us. You need it in
and
writing
it's
as well.
in the actual law, it says as soon as possible.
No, it should have been
That day.
that day.
They
that
should have handed it to
meeting.
you,
No, exactly. As you sat in that meeting, he should have gone, blah, 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 lie. Anyway, here's the document listing out the reasons why. Bon voyage, c'est la vie, basically.
So we've had meetings with the owners of the company multiple times now. We're like, this is fucked up. Like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we put him in the position, so he has to make the decisions about staff, blah, 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 blah.
Seriously?
And we're like,
No.
no. You own the company. You are his boss. You, at the end of the day, make those decisions.
100%, yeah.
Right?
Because when it comes down to
Like,
it,
well, you got to respect the chain of command. I'm like, okay, well, then you're at the top. So
that's what I'm
argument are you trying to make?
Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm currently trying to do. I'm respecting the chain of command by saying, hey, sort your guy out. He's fucking things up.
So that was the state that we were in at the end of December.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So we've come back from winter break.
Okay.
And now here's some interesting things that we found out. So I had a person in last week to do a demo lesson.
Okay.
For like being a replacement teacher, a new teacher coming in, right? Because obviously I'm on my way out. I don't know if he's replacing me or someone else, whatever, it doesn't matter.
But either way, lesson's got a lesson. Okay.
Anyway, but the person who is in a position, he's essentially HR.
Okay.
He's like the HR guy,
Okay.
the one HR guy. He's talking to another teacher, and he's basically like, yo, the principal is like bad-mouthing you to HQ because I'm seeing it to the other people. And he's like, is any of this stuff actually going on? And all of us are like, no. Like, what do you... He's like,
what stuff? Yeah.
He's like saying like, oh, there's like friction and tension on the floor that you work. And we all just kind of like, we're there and like look at each other and we're like
where?
What?
Where?
Like, no, like we all like each other. Like
we're hanging out.
Work
We're
as a good team. Like literally, I've never had a group of colleagues that I actually like everyone, and like I'm like, yeah, cool. Like coming to work, it's fun because like I like the people that I work with, right?
Yeah.
So like for him to be like, oh, there's tensions on that floor. Everyone. It's like no. The only tension is with you, and it's because you're being a dickhead. If you just left us alone, we'd be fine.
Jesus.
So we come to find out that he's like passing all this stuff to headquarters and like the guys up top and being like, they're shit, blah 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 blah, like get rid of them, blah 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 blah. Okay. Right? So like now we have this in like good faith that this is, that's where it's directly coming from, right? And the HR guy he's so fucking sick of this guy's shit.
Nice.
He's absolutely so sick of this guy's shit. So he's like, my advice to you.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm telling you this out of like just advice. Like this is like let's just imagine we are not at work right now. He's like, I suggest all three of you call the labor board. Like get the Japanese like labor people in here.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like, do it.
100%.
Because he's like you will not lose.
No, you can't.
And yeah, so we're like, okay, we're gonna play this week out, like the next week coming up, see what happens, and then after that, it might just be like, okay, we're going nuclear now. We're gonna call him in, and
I'm a man who I have historically loved the nuclear option. My saying used to be for a long time, it was, "May the bridges I burn light my way," and they did. And they for the longest time they did. And it's when I got older I realized, okay, Jordan, put the kerosene down, put the matches away. You've burnt a lot of bridges, and it's gotten you far. But now you're older, and bridges mean a little bit more. You're gonna be a little more careful which bridges you burn down.
Right.
But the kerosene is always fucking close. It's always right fucking there. I'm always collecting evidence. I'm always harboring grudges. I'm always waiting for someone to piss me off so I can be like, okay, this bridge can be burnt down.
Yep.
This is fine. And I think where you are now, if I was in the same situation, I would call the Labour Board yesterday. Yes, I would call them up straight away because it's an open and shut case. And when it comes down to it, the higher ups aren't doing anything because of course they're not going to do anything because they don't have to. This is literally
here's the
Japan.
problem, right? Is that they've fucked themselves.
They have, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the way that the Labor Board works for us also works for him, right? So they've put him in a position where they can't remove him without probable cause.
Yeah.
So now they're just sitting there like,
Shit.
fuck.
Yeah.
Like, he's running this place into the ground, but we don't have anywhere to move him and we can't get him out.
Yep.
What the fuck do we do?
We need to build
And-
a massive case, blah, blah, blah.
And if we remove him, that makes us look incompetent because that's 2 principals in a year we would have removed.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
So now it's
Oh,
they're in this position where they're like, we are so fucked
Fuck me.
that there's nothing we can do.
The worst thing is they fucked themselves really badly because remember, this is a school. It's a very nice international.
It's not a school.
Forgive me.
It's a business.
This is a business.
That's where it's going to come to bite them
Even
in the ass.
worse.
Because it is technically not a school. It is technically a business.
Oh no. Wait. Oh no. Oh no.
Right? Because
so,
that means you have to follow. That means you have to follow business law because they're not recognized by the government. There's no oversight on them from the government and the education board. They're a business.
Oh, they have fucked themselves. Oh my god, David, they have fucked themselves. Like, this is, for those that don't know, this is the worst. Like, wow. As an employer, they've put themselves in a situation that is just awful. Because if I'm a parent, my kids are going to the school, and I see Japanese Labor Board pulling up. I'm like, what the fuck is going in this school?
Right.
Why are the Japanese Labor Board pulling up? What the hell is going on, basically? And then, as an employer point of view, like, okay, now the Labor Board's pulled up. We're fucked. They're going to audit our shit. They're going to see what, it's not going to be good. Like,
Right. Exactly.
Holy shit.
Right. Now it's going to become a thing of like, oh, like, now what do we do? Because all our shit is going to get checked. Every single thing. Right? Like, at the minimum, it's power harassment.
oh yeah,
100%.
100%.
Because we have it on good authority that there is no actual good, like, legitimate reason why we're being removed other than he wants people who are sycophants who will just yes man their way to whatever, right? Because, like, this dude, he has removed on a floor. So, like, I'm in, like, the upper
Whatever.
level of the
Yeah,
school,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
On the floor, there's 6 classes. He's removed 3 teachers,
Half the fucking floor. Okay.
half the fucking floor,
Jesus.
and they're from multiple different grades. And because of this, other people are going to leave. Like, they said, if you guys are going, we're gonna leave anyway. We're just gonna fucking pull the plug at the same time.
Oh yeah,
to
makes
fuck
sense.
this guy.
No, yeah, fuck yeah.
If whatever doesn't go through, we'll just fuck him as hard as possible and
100%.
hope he gets his just desserts, right?
100%. No, yeah,
So,
exactly. No, 100%.
but like, imagine you are a school and suddenly you have to replace your entire upper elementary staff,
no, you can't.
all of them,
You're fucked.
in a month,
No,
instantly.
you literally can't do it because at the time that they're going to be looking for new staff, people have already settled into jobs.
Yes, exactly.
That's the way the English teacher
100%.
cycle contract thing works. Especially for like,
If people are starting in April, they already have
no,
a job.
they have jobs. Especially for like big international school style like employment agencies as well. Like those ones, you need like competent teachers. You
Right.
can't just pull in like fucking John from off the street.
right.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You can't just put like a random AOT in to cover your shit. It doesn't work
Well,
that way.
that's the thing, right? Like, the guy who came in to do a demo lesson
Yeah.
with me, fucking awful.
Was he trash?
Fucking all.
Of course he was.
This dude is like 50 years
Oh,
old
fuck off.
and just like just not good.
Yeah.
And like you can tell that the guy who's the principal does not give a fuck, right?
Mhm.
Because you have one of the owners of the school
Mm.
and him in watching this dude do it.
Yeah.
And like I'm in the room because it's my classroom.
You got to
So
make sure, yeah.
I sit there and I don't say a fucking word. I don't get up out of my seat. I don't say a word. I let my kids do what they do because this guy is like routinely complained about my class being X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
So I'm like, fine, fuck
Go
him.
for it.
Fuck him. Let him see what they're like on a regular day and understand where I'm coming from. And it was fucking awful.
Of course it
And
was.
then the lady who's supposed to be the owner, co-owner of the thing, she checks out at like 30 minutes into the lesson. So she's just gone. She just gets up and leaves, right?
Wait, no, seriously?
So while he and her are sitting there, he's like paying attention, watching the guy's lessons, blah, blah, blah. The second she's out of the room, he's just on a laptop. Doing other shit. And I'm like, dude, this dude does not
He
give
does
a fuck.
not care.
He's there to collect a paycheck. He does not give a fuck who he puts out of a job. He just does not give a shit. So like as far as I'm concerned, if I'm going out, I'm gonna take that fucker with me.
100%. 100%. When it comes to these weird, like, you have like weird narcissists in charge of like the company, it is very much a case of they're not gonna learn until they get their just desserts, and they've probably constantly done the exact same thing over and over again, faced no repercussions for it, which is why at this stage of their career, I assume this guy's older as well. Like
A little bit older,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
not like super old. But the thing that like blows my mind is that there are people at this school who would be better fit for a principal who like weren't even fucking considered. It was like the old one out, he went in like immediately, and I'm like, why? Nobody fucking likes
it's
this guy.
not. I assume the higher ups or the owners, whatever, don't understand the everyday like workings of the company.
No.
And are just like, well, fucking James Jonathan there is fucking. He's
Right.
always mailing us and telling us how great things are. Oh, we'll hire him. We'll put him up on the fucking position. Like they don't care.
No,
They're like,
they
on
don't.
paper, this guy looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, put him in. Like, I think Japan does that. I don't want to say a lot, but they do it enough to be annoying. Like, instead of, like, really going down to the dirt and seeing, like, who is best for this job, they go, well, on paper, fucking James Jonins, the
Right.
greatest one there. He's worked for 30 years. We'll put him in the higher position. It's like,
Right,
bro, but he's worked 30 years as a janitor. Why is he now the CEO?
Yeah.
Like, did you not look what the job description was? Like, he's been doing 30 years, fucking idiots? Like, that's kind of...
Well, it's maybe I don't want to give too much information
Nah,
because
nah,
it could
nah.
ID me, but
Yeah.
like there's a job that he signs emails with, like a role title.
Yeah.
job. He has been in that job for 2 years. And it's a job where you have to give stuff to the staff.
Yeah.
Like you have to like make something and it's like used for all the staff.
Yeah.
Like the entire school.
Wow, fuck, okay.
He's been in that position for 2 years. Fucking nothing. Not a single fucking thing. And to this day, he still signs his email with that title.
But he's not done anything.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm like the incompetence is through the fucking roof.
Bro. Labor board, but done. Labor board.
Yeah. I think that's where it's gonna end up going.
I think the most entertaining thing is I was spending a lot of time on Reddit when I was like traveling to and from the UK and such. And I was really enjoying going through like Japan legal Reddit, because like you would have people saying things like, oh my god, guys, I work at an eikaiwa and they made me do 30 minutes of unpaid overtime to close up the store because like a mum passed out and an ambulance had to be called. She's like, what should I do? Like, I think I deserve money for these 30 minutes I had to wait.
right.
And you go into the comments and the first is like, oh, definitely labor board. Definitely a labor board situation. Like, every single thing that happens, the first thing some idiot will say is, oh, go to labor
Go to
board.
labor board.
And there's nothing to do with that. It's like, oh, guys, I was fired for jerking off in the corn soup. What should I do? I mean, human rights, freedom of speech.
It's always something like super heinous. That
Yeah,
they've done.
yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
And the comments always saying, go to labor board because, like, in Japan, workers' rights are protected. Yeah, they're protected, but not from that. Like, you can't just do whatever the fuck you want, you know? And I think this is a situation where it's like, oh, no, this is, like, finally a situation where it's like, no, 100% go to labor board. 100%. Which I understand your hesitancy of not wanting to or not seeing it as an option to go straight away, just because the amount of times like quote unquote go to the labor board is thrown around.
Right.
You do feel like this is a meme. This is actually like something I can use. But
Mhm.
no, this is a situation where like 100%, yeah. The labor
Yeah,
board.
I we're all three of us are kind of like commiserating about it and being like, when do we pull the trigger on it?
Before your last day, very important. You still want to be in the company,
Right, yeah,
because if not, you have no control over
It's very hard.
Yeah,
right?
you want to be in the company so you have some kind of control over the internal dialogue that's going on.
Mhm.
Once you're out, it's much more difficult to be like, hey, this is this. Then once you're in the company, you can like point out the fuckery more easily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dan's call. I got fired for dating 30 of my students. Labor board issue.
Oh, fuck off. That's it's like that's always the title. It's like
Right.
I've been fired for dating one of my students. Labor board issue, and the first line is like, so I work in elementary school.
Yeah. It's always something like that.
So it's like, yo,
I
officer
got
right
fired
here.
from my job for smuggling cocaine.
I
Labor
don't
board
want to
issue.
I think the labor issue first line, guys. Listen, it was snugly placed between my asshole. Like I think that's okay. Like it's an issue.
It's my private domicile,
my
and I'm not
private-
being harassed.
Was it? I'm a sovereign citizen.
sovereign
I'm a
citizen.
sovereign citizen. I would not be harassed by the Japanese government. I'm a sovereign citizen.
Right.
Listen, if I want to smuggle cocaine up my ass into my elementary school, that's my right as a citizen. I pay tax.
My body, my right.
My body, my rights.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's what it is. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
So we'll
bro.
see how that pans out. But yeah, that's been my last like 4 weeks. I mean, I went to other stuff too. Like I went to me and Chiro last weekend went to like the Kamen Rider 50th
looked amazing.
anniversary
I have to say.
like expo.
Looked
Really cool to
fantastic.
see all the suits up close and like especially the old ones, and like you can tell that they've been like beat up a little bit and
Oh, yeah,
worn
100%.
and stuff, and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
because those older shows were a little bit more like rough and tumble. They're like like fuck up the suit, we don't care.
Practical effects.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they've been having all this CG nonsense. It was like, oh, we need a scene where you guys are getting beat up, and the actor's like, oh, so we're gonna use CG. What the fuck is that?
No, we're using metal pipes and they're gonna hit you.
Beat them up.
We've put an inch of padding inside your.
Don't worry, these 2x4s aren't actually 2x4s. We've shaved off like an inch or two.
We've scored them on the back. With,
Don't worry, these are breakaway. We've cut thin lines into it. You
You've
get
got breakaway steel pipe. Just like bend it around their head when you hit them with it.
we've cut some thin lines. In this. Get hit once or twice,
Yeah.
shit should bend. Don't worry about it, sir. You'll be just okay. Hey,
Yep.
okay, no worries.
But other than that, not much. Did Hatsumode.
Me too. I'm gonna work.
You did, wait, you too. Oh wait, when you came back.
Second I
you
got
mean.
back.
I see.
I'm gonna work backwards, okay? So I'm gonna talk about the UK for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm
Go
gonna work,
hard.
I'm gonna work backwards. So this year, I think is gonna be a very good year. Here's why, David.
A very good year for just in general.
Just in general.
Okay.
Here's why, David. Okay.
Mm.
So I came back to Japan. For those who know a little while, I came back at like fucking the 1st of January is when I landed back in the country. Went home, slept, was dead to the world.
Well, you were on the plane landing on the first.
I was 31st. I was in the air over Dubai, and the pilot was like, "Blah blah blah, Happy New Year." And all I was thinking was, "Bro, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to watch a movie.
right.
Stop interrupting my film for your nonsense. Like, I don't care about New Year's." But at the same time, thanks, bro. It was nice. People did a little, and I was like, "Bro, this is cringe. Can we land this plane or crash it or something,
Party
bro?"
hats on.
Bro, cringe. I was like,
Lame.
crash this plane. I was like, I can't deal with this. This is too much. So we land in Japan. I go home and I'm like, I gotta do some Hatsumode. I have to. I gotta do the first. So Hatsumode is the first shrine visit of the year for those that don't know. And what you do at Hatsumode is you get a omikuji. And omikuji is like it's a good luck charm thing, and it's meant to. There we go. I got a omamori.
This is Omamori.
Omamori. Good man, you one of those. So when you go Hatsumode, you do the good luck fortune pull thing, and you get
Out of the like octagonal
the
box or
octagonal.
whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. And you're meant
Pull out a
to.
stick.
The luck you pull on that day is meant to determine your luck basically for the year, in a sense. So no matter how many times you go after that, your general luck is determined at the first shrine you go to. And for some reason,
I have a question about the logic of that.
go on.
So it's dictated by the first time you pull it that year.
Yes.
Right.
Hatsumode.
So if you pull it on December 31st at 11:59 and it's bad, do you get a mulligan
course
when
you
it
do.
turns 12?
100%.
Just flip it over again and pull another one out?
100%.
Okay,
not
cool.
not the next day yet, boy. It starts on the 1st at midnight on the
Right,
dot.
okay.
So you're good. I always do a mulligan at midnight just to make sure, you know.
See, yeah, all right.
59. I just want to check, you know. So I went to Asakusa to do a.
Claiming a lottery ticket.
Bro,
Is this still valid?
Is this still? Can I use this still? Can I cash in my luck, my boy? Like, nah, man, you fucked it. Get out of here. So I went to Asakusa. For those who don't know, Asakusa, if you're doing Omikuji, Asakusa, there's no games playing. Asakusa is Omikuji on hard mode. So bad luck is I think bad luck slips are the most there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
They
70.
just want to fuck people's day up.
Yep, it's like 70% bad. They want you to buy omamori. They want you to buy the good luck thing. So it's like
Right.
70% like bad luck, like cure, which is just like bad, general bad luck. And then the rest are like some good, some bad. And there's like 1 or 2 slots that will have like daikichi mixed in with everything else. But the chance of getting daikichi is like the greatest luck, the biggest luck. But the chance of pulling that daikichi is fucking difficult. You ain't gonna pull it, basically. So like we're getting there, we do Hatsumode, and I was like, oh, should we do Omikuji? And I was like, we have to. I was like, but listen, I only pulled daikichi. I was banting. I was half banting, but I was half serious. I was like, I only pull great luck. I only pull the best luck there. And I'm at Asakusa, so I'm like, I'm definitely gonna pull bad luck, and then I'm gonna have to get out Omamori to like
Right.
balance up the bad luck I've just gotten. You know what I mean? So I go there, we shake the little thing, put it out, we hide them, we go to the thing. You do the whole say no, you open it. She got bad luck.
Of course.
I'm
because-
laughing. I open mine. Daikichi. I get the greatest luck at the hardest temple. I basically played Elden Ring, hard mode, no armor, dagger only, and fucking one shot the Elden Beast. That's the type of nonsense. It was like, I don't understand what glitch happened here, but let's fucking go. Like this, I was like, yo, this year's gonna be fucking delicious. Cause that kind of luck on that first draw, beautiful. And I went to go tie it up on the thing. And Asakusa's little, when you get bad luck or good luck, you meant to tie it up on the little pole
Yeah,
thing.
you put it in a knot on the. What is that? That like the thing must have a name.
I have no idea.
The clothes rack.
I just call it the rack, like, but
Put it on the rack.
put it on the rack. But Asakusa is like, bad luck is so fucking prevalent on that shrine. The thing reads like, yo, only, and it's underlined, only if you get bad luck, tie it to the rack. Because they're like, if you get good luck here, bro, take that shit home with you. Because we
She ain't gonna see it again.
you ain't
bitch.
gonna. We print 10 of those a year. Take that shit home with you. We mass producing these kills. Everything else, take that home. Like, you're good. So I put the greatest luck, and I was like, yo, this is gonna be a really fucking good year. And it really matched like my mindset once I got back into the country as well. So I was like, bro, this is gonna be a fucking fantastic. I can feel it in
I
my
think so.
fucking
I
in my
think so
bones.
as well.
It's gonna be a fucking amazing year. I'm very much ready for it. I'm very energized. Let me explain why. So about the UK a little bit, David.
Okay.
Okay, so me, David, Jay, all the boys, everyone, we've been stuck in Japan for a long fucking time now. It's been like 4 years, maybe longer
Since
for
I
you.
went back, yeah.
Like 3-4 years for me as well. It's been a long time.
2 minimum.
Honestly, 2 minimum. It's been fucking ages, and I didn't realize it before I left to go back to the UK, and I only realized it really halfway into my trip to the UK, and that's we take really small problems in Japan, and because our backdrop is Japan, those problems seem fucking huge.
Right.
Like it grinds on you, little tiny annoyances, little tiny inconvenience.
I mean, I've said it before. Like Japan is a place of death by 1,000 cuts. Right.
1,000 cuts, yeah, and it grates you down. You're like, man, I'm getting really fucking chubbed up over these little annoyances every day. Why am I getting so annoyed about this stuff? You know, but you don't really think that way when you're in it. You're just getting annoyed, just getting jaded. You're getting more annoyed at Japan for like doing like dumb Japan things. For example, bureaucracy, dumb as fucking Japan.
Yep.
You know, I can't go to the bank like past 5 o'clock because it's going to be closed. And then if I want to do like bank shit, I can't do it online because like Japan's like, sorry, we used to live in the Edo period and you're going to come to your bank with all these coins and do it that way. Or like,
Right.
if I want to put coins into my bank, they're like, we're going to charge you X amount of yen for a certain amount of coins. Sorry, dickhead. That's just what we do here. And I'm like,
right, yeah.
I'm like, that's really annoying. Like, I just want to put coins in my bank. It's really fucking irritating Japan. Oh, God, you're so annoying. I go back to the UK. David, they closed down all the branches of my bank near me.
Everyone?
Every single one of them. There are no banks near me. I have to go to a place called Wood. I got to take a bus or a train and ride it about 20 minutes in a direction, or go to central fucking London to do any bank stuff.
Why? Like,
because the UK
it's a bank.
It's a fucking bank because the UK is shit. They just closed the buildings down.
So what you're saying is at least we have banks?
At least we have banks right near my fucking house as well. Like, so like, I had a wad of like, I had £1,000 in like fucking cash, and I was like, oh, mum, I'm gonna put this into the fucking bank. Where the bank at? Mum's like, oh, you gotta go to Wood Green. That's a 30 minute bus ride for what a cash. No, thank you. Fucking dangerous. Or Central London.
I'm gonna get stabbed.
I'm gonna get fucking stabbed. Or you go to Central London. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Fuck's going on? This is stupid. Why can't I just go to the fucking bank? They used to be one 5 minutes away. Oh, it's closed down. They used to be one 50 minutes away. Let's close it down. Why are you closing the bank? It's a bank. Wasn't enough customers. It's a
Doesn't have
bank.
enough money at the
Enough
bank?
money at the bank. It's a bank. It's HSBC for fuck's sake. Like what? So I was like, this is dumb. This country is stupid. This country is a mess. Fucking ridiculous. So like, this is dumb. And I was like, wow, there are little things in Japan that annoy me that will not annoy me again for at least 2 years. Because I was like, cool, at least we have banks. At least we have them. At least I can get to them. And I think that was like, to take my time in the UK, friends and family aside, love those cunts. Like, very glad I got to go back, see my friends, see my family. I kept saying like, I'm having a good time in the UK. I'm having a good time seeing my friends, seeing my family. The problem is the backdrop. The problem is I'm in the UK, and it was way more of an issue than I thought it was going to be. Absolute trash.
So what specifically is just fucking bad or what?
Oh, let me get into it.
Oh yeah, hey, I got all the time in the world. I figured this was gonna be like
oh yeah,
hour and a half, 2
this
hour.
This is gonna be okay. So, oh my god, I'm gonna go in order then. Fuck me. So there's nothing to do in the UK. I'm gonna take this from the bits as they annoyed me. So comparing the UK to Japan, there is nothing to do in the UK. So I'm in London, okay? So I'm in London, and my friends are like, I'm gonna meet my friends. My guys, we're hanging out. What should we do? And I'm like, yo, I'm still thinking like in the Japan. I'm in Japan backdrop. I'm like, guys, let's go to a nice cafe somewhere, you know? And let's like grab a coffee, chat, catch up. There are no nice cafes in the UK. There aren't. They don't exist.
Zero.
They don't exist. You can go to like chain thing, you can go to Starbucks. You can
Right,
go to
okay,
Costa. You can go to Cafe Nero. But you want to go to like a nice independent cafe. Yeah, they exist. Are they good? No.
Don't know. Never been to the UK.
Shit, David. In comparison. To the extent where my friend took me to a really nice Indonesian cafe. Nice cafe. Average coffee, but nice cafe. Very nicely done. Good food, cool people, family run. I like that a lot in East London. And I was complaining to her. I was like, there are no nice cafes here. And she goes to me, don't you worry. I'm going to send you a list of cafes. Okay? I'm going to send you a list of cafes. And this list is going to have, it's like part 1, best cafes in East London. Oh, all these cafes here are the great. I've been to all of them and they're all so fucking good. So I'm like, okay, cool. This guy's a writer and this is his list of good cafes. David, I shit you not. One of his lists on this cafe, I'm looking for the list now so I can show you, because I was talking to my friend about it and my friend did not believe me. I'm opening this now. So it's London Coffee House Cruel, parentheses, East London Part 1, okay? So this is the man's list.
You get like a fucking trilogy. What is this? Star Wars,
bro. It's part 1. So apparently this is his greatest, his list of like his favorite cafes in East London. And number 1 was a place called Ngopi, Ngopi. That's the Indonesian cafe. It was fucking fantastic. Okay, let's scroll down the list. So there's one cafe, and I would love for you to read just the first line. There we go. Now, just read that first line for me.
And this is the list of best cafes?
This is part one. There are 5 cafes on this page, and this is like his number 4 option of his best cafes in East London. Read that first line for me.
The first line?
First line.
Like how down to cafe.
No, just that first bit.
Okay.
Up until the staff. Go on.
Should I put a UK accent on it?
If you want to, go for it.
No. Not happening.
Damn it.
Honestly, the coffee was so average.
You can stop right there. You can stop right fucking there. I'm sorry, you stupid cunt. In your list of cafes that are great in the UK, you're number 4. Honestly, the coffee was so average.
It's like going to like an izakaya, like yakitori or something. Be like, chicken's not that great. It's the only fucking thing you do.
Then why are we here? Why have you put this on your fucking list, you stupid idiot? And I was heated. And the only thing I could think was, wow, there are so little options for choosing independent cafes in this stupid city that this man was like, bro, I only have this. It's this or nothing.
My question is now, did he make a part 2? Because if you're struggling at 5.
He did. There's like a part 2. But after like, I went to the number 1 place, the Indonesian place. And I was like, this place is okay. It's okay. If I compare this place to like cafes in Japan, Tully's is better than this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ooh, that is some slander.
Bro,
wow.
Tully's. I was like, bro, I would rather just have a Tully's fucking honey milk shit, whatever latte with a double shot. No, Dottore can suck my dick. Dottore is terrible.
Dottore is not bad.
I don't like Dottore.
I'm talking about the coffee. The food's okay.
The food's fine, yeah. The coffee's awful.
I don't drink it.
It's terrible. Don't worry about it. But like, it was that like. Hanging out with Tyrone as well while I was like in the UK, like we're going for like we go for these like really long walks around Tottenham, just talking, like catching up.
Yeah.
Going for this massive walk, and at one point I was asking him, I was like, bro, I'm going back in like a week and a half. What the fuck's there to do here? It's none of my problems. I was like, what do we do here, Tyrone? Like, I want to meet some of the other boys, and I want to do something together with the boys. For example, when Tyrone came to Tokyo, we're like, Tyrone, we're going to show you the time of your life in Tokyo. We're going to take you around. We're going to do dumb shit. We went to we did karaoke. I think we did like billiards and darts and stuff. We did like some dumb all-you-can-drink izakaya for like 2,000 yen.
Right.
Smashed some fucking amazing yakitori. Just fantastic. Just dumb shit, you know? Went to weird, small like IPA bars. Went to a batting cage just for the bands. And this was in the same night.
You know you're having a good time when at the end of the night it's like 11:50 and you're like, do you want to just go to the batting cage?
Oh my fucking god, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's great.
It's fucking sick. And it's like, I love like, I think I took my little brother to the batting cage when he was here. We were down in Atsugi. We did like karaoke, we did drinking, we did the batting cage. Because I was showing him, I was like, bro, this is how I used to live. This was like my weekends half the time. So we went, all right, drink, karaoke, hang out, go to Torikizoku, get some really good but cheap food, go to the fucking karaoke, sing our hearts out, end with the batting cages, quick, like half an hour in the batting cages. All right, we're done. And we go to the batting cage and he's like, oh shit, yeah, these are cool. I was like, hold on, I'll pay. Just put like 500 yen into the machine. I was like, okay, we now have uchi hodai. He's like, what's that? I was like, it's all you can bat until like we're done. And he's like, wait, how much did you put in? I go, like 500 yen? He's like, it's like 3 pounds. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah. Why would it be more? It's like 10 something at night.
Yeah. There's that fucking day, just you, me, and Jay just went to Akihabara.
Yeah.
And just went golfing.
So golfing.
On the top of a fucking department store.
It's fucking sick. For no reason. What was it? We'll go to the department store, go to the top, do some fucking driving for a bit. It was sick.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even that expensive as well.
No, I think it was like, what, maybe with rental is like maybe $15 a person.
Stupid money.
And if you have your own clubs, then you don't have to rent, so it's even
cheaper. Yeah, and that was like uchi hodai as well. Just smash how much you want for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours.
Sick. fucking sick. Shit like that. So I was like, you know, Tyrone, bro, you've been to Japan. You've been there with me. Like, there's always something to do. There's always like a full roster of cool shit to do. Let's go climb a mountain. Let's go visit a shrine. Let's go do some cool shit. You know, it's easy. Fuck do we do here? We're in London. It's like one of the biggest cities in the world. It's meant to be this fucking huge metropolis of like shit to do. Fuck do we do here? He's like, nothing. He's like, there is nothing to do in London. Nothing. Like, anyone in the Discord being like, well, actually, you're wrong. I'm not even gonna argue. You're wrong. There is nothing to do in London. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, well, oh, I see your point, but I don't see your point. You're wrong and you're boring. There's nothing to do in London. Oh, you can go see Big Ben. I don't fucking care about a clock. I live there. What is there to do in London? If you're in Tokyo for a month, after 2 weeks, and you don't leave Tokyo, you stay in Tokyo. After 2 weeks, you'd have done all the boring sightseeing shit. Let's say you go hard. You would have seen the big signs, Akihabara. You'd have seen like Tokyo Tower, Skytree, whatever.
Right.
And then for those last 2 weeks, you still have a shit ton of cool shit to do. Go climb a mountain. Go do some golf. I don't even care. Go do rock climbing. I don't care. You can do a whole bunch of cool shit.
Right. Yeah. Like, I'm just thinking like around my house, what can I go do? There's like a round one which has like bowling, batting cage, karaoke. It's in one building. I don't even have to leave the building and I can do 3 fucking things.
Fucking sick. And there's a bigger one. There's like the super round one.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a super like there's like 3 fucking floors of different shit.
Yeah. You get that all day.
That's in one building.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, but like back home, like if I was to go back home, like there's nothing to fucking do because I live in like a small town and I'm just fucking trapped there. If I want to do literally anything, I have to drive for half an hour to the fucking city. And then even then, it's like if I do one thing, I'm only doing one thing.
Yes.
Because by the time we finish and I have to go home, it's going to take me an hour to fucking drive home. And that's even if I make it home and don't end up in the fucking ditch.
Yep. Or the snowstorm or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you go off the fucking road and end up in the ditch.
So, this is my other issue with, so that's like Canada issue. It's too big, too spread, like too many weird things to do. UK, it's like, even if you find some cool shit to do, like me and my boy Marvin, we have this thing where every year when we meet up, we have a bowling tournament.
Okay.
Love this kid. So we used to be both equally shit at bowling, and then we slowly both got a little better, but still equally shit. So whenever we hang out, we have like 3 games of bowling to crown the next year's king of bowling. And I've been technically the reigning monarch for like 4 years. I just didn't go back. And he destroyed me. He's been
practicing.
Bro, I was practicing. The games were close. Fucking fantastic games. I love meeting this kid and just hanging out and doing dumb shit. But like, it was he won, I won, then he won again. In the last game, it was like 3-pin difference. And I was ahead the entire game until like the last 2 or 3 frames. He got like a fucking sneaky strike, snuck ahead.
And you're like, fuck.
It was what it was, but very fun. We did that, and then we went to go Brewdog Brewery or whatever, the IPA thing. They have like a bar pub thing they made. Went there, that was cool. And then there was an influencer event. You know Premiere 2?
Yeah.
Went to his event.
Okay, cool.
Like,
yeah,
it was
he
happening
was back in the UK.
Yeah, he was there, and he was like, bro, come through. And I was like, no, with my boy. But then he was like, no, bring him as well. I was like, all right, cool. So we both went. My boy got to see like a little glimpse of like the world. I live in Japan. Dude, any of you guys I met at the Premiere to like meet up, guys, fucking love you guys. Well fucking done. Good event. Good night. When you guys are in Japan, hit me the fuck up. You know who you are. Had a fucking fantastic time. I owe a lot of these guys drinks. I paid nothing the whole night. If my cup was finished, some other dickhead would come and be like, Jordan, what are you drinking? And I'm like, bro, I'm already drunk. They're like, yeah, what are you drinking? I'm like, you are a blessed man. They got me.
They got infinitely more money than we do.
Infinitely more than we do. It was very fun. Good people. Fun fucking time. Had a good event.
Right.
Here's the problem. Okay. So that was fun. That was good. That event isn't normally there. It's not a London
right, yeah,
thing,
like that's not like a staple thing you could just go to in London, right? No.
Even the Brewdog place, I went there again with my little sister. I was like, oh, this is a pretty fun place. I'll go there again to see, like, you know, because it was fun. I had a good time there with Marvin. I'll go there again. The second time, it was shit.
Bad, huh?
The food quality the second time was so bad. I was like, what happened? Why is it when I went before it was really good? and then the second time it's really shit. I was like, oh, because that fucking dipping and waning of quality is very typical to the UK. Like, when it comes to health and safety, cool. Quality control on deck. When it comes to like food, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just fucking up at every turn. It was very frustrating.
Weird because like I always hear like London touted as like this big like mecca of like really good food, and it's like maybe that's like some fine dining shit, but like I'm not going to fine dining for every meal, right? This is
yeah, you're not gonna go fine dining. You can find good food in London,
right?
Of course you can. You can find some great food in London. Of course you can. I
mean, on the flip side too, you can find awful food in Tokyo.
Absolute shit food in Tokyo, of course. Now here's my problem. Like when people say to me, "Oh my god, but London's a metropolitan of like places and cultures and food," I'm like, yeah, I can't spend all fucking day eating, can I?
Right.
Yeah, right. My cow.
If that's your only draw point, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna have fun 3 times a day.
3 times 2 times a day.
So the 3 out of the 24 hours I have,
I'm gonna have a great time.
I'm gonna have a great time.
And the other fucking 21 hours, I'm gonna be in my house jerking off. What do you want me to do?
Even then, you're still waiting for the food to be made. So part of that hour you're spending eating is not doing anything. You're just sitting there.
And even then, as good as the restaurants are, they're gonna have major fuck ups. Like, because that's what the UK is. People don't have that same sort of like want to work and be really, I'm gonna make sure my job is my life. I'm gonna make sure this is but like they don't have it in the UK. It's like a whole thing. It's weird. So like, even if you have a very good night out, let's say, so you've gone out, you've done the 3 or 4 cool things London has to offer, there is still a chance. Don't you fucking worry. There is still a chance that your entire fucking night and possibly trip can be ruined. Do you know how? Crime.
Oh,
fucking crime. Forgot about crime. I always forget about crime.
You always forget about crime.
You always forget about crime,
bro. Always get you when you least expect it.
Always gets you. I'm like, oh no, crime. I forgot about this. Like, I generally forgot crime was a thing. Like, I'm not even fucking around. Like, I forgot petty crime was a thing. I went back, and growing up in Tottenham, you grow up with like an edge. You grow up pretty sharp, pretty honed into crime.
Right.
And even in being in Japan for a while, I'm like, okay, I'm honed into the situation. I'm like, okay, situation's gonna get bad. We're gonna get out of here, basically.
Right.
Like,
you're like, yeah, I can tell when something's going south or
you're honed into it.
Shit's coming.
And then the UK is like a different level of like petty crime. It's like it used to be better. Now it's got a lot worse. There's like a park near my house you could walk through, and that park used to be like Switzerland. Like no one would.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Because it would just be like people. There's one long path that goes from like Tottenham Hill Station to like my house, basically.
Right.
And through that path, it was like had street lights. You can just walk through it. No worries, no stress. You're good. Around the park, it's like darker treed areas. There's just your weed smokers, people hanging out, drinking. You know, doing the thing. People just chilling, going for runs and shit. People just chilling. Little brother's like, bro, that park, no longer Switzerland. He's like, that park is people are getting robbed in that park.
Nazi Germany now.
Bro, it's Germany now. The Germans are here. They have taken the Nazis are here. Forgive me. They have taken the fuck over. He's like, that park is now like people getting robbed there sometimes. Like it's dangerous. But the thing is, that's the only way to get back. And
you gotta go through the Park of Doom.
You have to. And I went through it time and time again. And the first time going through that park, okay, so I walked through the park like an idiot. I have both headphones in, dumbass. And I'm sorry. I hadn't got to the park yet. I got to the area just before the park. And they have like, they're starting to like do up the area. They've got like big high rises. Like it's crazy. But like, man, that's a different story entirely. Put a pin in that. But I'm going through and I'm like, both headphones in, listening to whatever. And I'm like, I was into fucking city pop of all things. And I'm like, wow.
You're about to get city bombed.
I'm about to get city fucking shot. Let me tell you. I'm like, wow, man. Tottenham's really I'm in Tottenham. I ripped that headphone out so fucking quick.
You had the reverse. I'm in Japan. You had the I'm back home.
Bro, I had the I ripped that headphone out so fucking quickly. Turned that music down to a hum. I was like, I need all my senses about me. This isn't a game. Like people joke about like I've heard people like, especially in America, and there's a whole thing on like the internet. Everyone's joking about the UK, like knives, they're gonna rob me with their knives. It's like you can joke and laugh and bounce, but when someone actually has like a machete to your neck and they're like, yo, give me your phone, You're not gonna be making no fucking joke. You're gonna be like, oh, really funny.
Look at me, I'm the hero.
Stab wound's a stab wound, bro.
yeah,
Like, you're gonna
yeah,
die. You get shot. Alright, cool. You're shot. You're dead. Bye. You get stabbed. That's a slow death, my brother in Christ. That's a slow death. You don't want none of that. So I was like, I need what's about me to make sure like I know what the fuck's going on. And I hate it. I hate having to be like wary of my surroundings. I hate having to be like constantly worried about like who's walking too close and what's happening here. This is exhausting. I just want to go home and like chill. Like, this is fucking stupid. Like,
Right.
I think that's something I've not missed about the UK. Like, compared to Japan, like, just obviously your experience is going to differ on like gender, who you are, where you're
Right,
living,
yeah,
and
yeah, of
such.
course.
Like, but like generally living in Japan, pretty fucking chill. I don't have to worry too much about like my.
If you're gonna do a
surroundings.
1-to-1 comparison, right?
That's what
like,
I'm saying. Yeah,
Obviously, you can only speak from your perspective.
exactly.
But I
yeah.
imagine, like, women here and women back home are probably like, it's the same or maybe slightly better.
It's worse in the UK.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
13-year-old girl got held at fucking knife point for her phone while I was in
Jesus
the UK.
Jesus Christ.
5 minutes from my house, like, up the road.
Wow. All right.
Fuck is wrong with this place, honestly. Like, absolute shitstorm. That's why, like, sorry, this is my like my mad conservative take, because like gentrification's coming in there. Everyone's like, oh no, gentrification. People are getting kicked out, and I'm still like, alright, cool. Like, oh, but the culture. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, sorry, I don't live here, for one thing. Like, and I get why. Not why they're turning this, but some people are doing this because they have shut down a lot of like the youth centers, which has made these areas a lot worse. But because of that, people are sometimes sort of turning to crime and gang activity and bullshit. And I hate that. And I hate everything about it. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, open the youth centers. Let's make this happen again. Let's try to like actually push this area back up to somewhere like people can actually live here comfortably.
Right.
But if they're not going to do that, I'm like, all right, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Like, I can't care. Like, I'm sorry. I understand all your points, but I'm like, I just don't care. Like, I want to be able to go back home to where I live in the UK, in London, and I don't want to have to be like fearful for
Worried about
my
getting
safety. Yeah, worried about getting stabbed and worried about like walking and being cautious. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, however you want to fix it, however you're going to fix it, bet, do it. Bet. I'll be back in like a year or two. I'll see what you've done. Because when it comes down to it, like, I'm not about it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
I could imagine that's pretty fucking annoying.
Dude, it's actually awful. Like, it's a honestly, UK, you got to fix up. In saying that, it was once again very fun to go back to seeing the family and friends again after so long. Ooh, David, beautiful, honestly, beautiful time. I didn't realize like how big my cousins had got and shit, and like seeing like uncles and nieces and nephews and stuff was fucking amazing. Like, going back to like meeting people not seen in like years was absolutely fucking fantastic. But then like there was something very interesting about like how things move in the UK. Like, things develop very slowly, and the way people work there
Yeah.
is very, I would say, frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. So for example, obviously, I have a British passport. So going back to the UK, I landed at Heathrow Airport, you know? So I landed at Heathrow, and I'm like, okay, I should be able to go in and out of this airport in like less than an hour
Right.
because I'm British. Got a British passport. There's no need. UK is wild. No need for vaccine checks. No need for are you healthy? Nope. They just go, all right, welcome. Go on.
That's it.
That's it.
Like nothing.
Nothing. They go, all right, check your passport. You got any weapons? No. All right. Off you pop. Easy as fuck. You just walk straight through, basically. It took, so we landed late. Classic UK. So we landed late, and I'm like, fuck's sake, we've landed late. This is ridiculous. Classic UK, but okay, fair enough. So I get off the plane, and technically it should take me less time. I should be able to swing through that airport in no time at all. Okay? Walking through. Walking. It's clearing immigration. Taking forever. Everything's taking forever. And we get to the last barrier before, like, luggage pickup.
Did you get fucking grilled by security?
No.
Dude, whenever I go back to Canada, I always get grilled
Do
by
they
fucking
really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've heard Canada security is fucking shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, every time I go back, they just fucking grill me. And I'm like, Why?
Bro, I live here. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm like, leave me the fuck alone.
The fuck? UK, they have this passport check thing. And they have like this new chip system where you put your thing, you put your passport in the window and it scans your chip and looks at your face and it opens the door and you can go through. Passport check done.
Sure, yeah.
It's all automatic. Wow. So I get shifted to that and they go, oh, electronic passport, go over there. This newfangled system, you'll be able to zoom through in a second. Bro, let me set the scene. There are 12 gates, 12 electronic gates. 10 are working, maybe. Sometimes 9, because one was like on the fritz or something.
Right.
Out of those electronic gates, there are 3 people, quote unquote, working to make sure people are going through these gates smoothly. Out of those 3 people, quote unquote, working, 1 person was working.
What are the other 2 people doing?
Just chatting at the corner.
Fucking A.
One old guy was like 40s, was like running up and down. Running, I say. Forgive me. Let me set the correct scene. Walking slowly up and down and being like, all right, go on. Oh, it's not working? I'll go and step out then.
Yep.
All right, try again. Bro. Come on. Speed the fuck. What? Let's go. The other 2, just having a chat. Just in the corner. Casual chat. Yeah, I'm going to go Susan's tonight. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great. Oh, any plans for Christmas? I'm like, yo, do your fucking job, you stupid piece. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Move. Do your job. Why are you talking about Susan's Christmas party, you fucking hag? Come and do your stupid job. I was so upset. My family's there. I haven't seen them in 4 years.
Yeah.
Trying to go meet my mum. My little brother's there. My sister's there. And you're standing there talking about fucking Susan and her dry ass Christmas party. I was mad. I was like, fuck you, fuck Susan, fuck your Christmas. Move your ass. Finally, I go through the barrier. My suitcase still ain't there yet. Dickheads. I finally grab it. Absolute mess. Absolute fucking mess. For some reason, as the suitcases come off the conveyor belt, they were just taking them and just putting them in like lines. So there are these massive lines of like suitcases from various flights.
Yep. Do you not have carousels for like numbered for each flight? Like,
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Why are they taking them off?
Because they're fucking around. So, for example, there was like, to the left, there was my flight. And then to the right was a complete different flight. But for some reason, these people were just taking the suitcases from both sides of the carousel as they were like every other suitcase being taken and just put in the middle of both things. So you have like 20, 30 people just like, where the fuck is my suitcase? Is it in the conveyor belt where it's meant to be? Is it in this massive pile of suitcases for some fucking...
From 2 different flights.
From 2 different fucking flights. And the worst thing is, on the other side of the carousel, so mine is like 3, and there's like 2 and 4 beside it.
Yeah.
3 and 4 suitcases mashed up in the middle between them. And then 2 and 3 on the other side mashed up there.
So
in the
it could be in 2 and 3. If you were in flight 3, it could be in 2 and 3 or 3 and 4.
Could be 3 and 4. Could be 2 and 3. It could, David, still be on the conveyor belt.
The conveyor belt going around.
Going around and around. It could, David, not even be off the flight yet. You don't fucking know. So people are walking from 2 and 3 to 3 and 4, 4 and 5 to 5 and 6, back to the conveyor belt, off the conveyor belt. Where the fuck is the suitcase? And all while this is happening, you could go to 2 and 3 and be like, oh, my suitcase isn't in this pile, but my flight was 2. Let me go look at the conveyor belt for 2. So you go and look and you're like, it's not here. Let me go look between 1 and 2. So you go there. It's not there. David, while you were fucking around looking, some other dickhead who works there has taken your suitcase off the conveyor belt and put it in 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So now once you go back, you're like, oh, it was here. Some stupid idiot has taken off the conveyor belt who works there, but is paid to do this. Put it in the thing. I found my suitcase in 2 and 3. Just there. In like, thank fuck my suitcase is covered in like anime stickers and shit. So I'm like, oh, that's my boy right there.
The wee box.
The wee box. That's my boy right there. Right there. This is why I cover it in stickers. Because I'm like, I don't have time for this shit.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Easily identify it.
Fuck me, dude. Horrible. I get it. Leave the fucking airport. Meet my family. Great reunion. Good times. Like, but let's compare that with Japan, yeah? Mm-hmm. So comparing this with Japan, it's going to surprise you, am not a Japanese citizen. I know, calm down.
Whoa.
Calm the fuck down, I know. Fucking stop throwing up back there, I know. But when I come back to Japan, I was like Japan has quarantine. You've got to fill in this new like visit Japan quarantine system thing.
Quarantine-oni.
Bro, it was wild. You had to like update.
Yeah, you got to do some kind of stuff. Yeah.
Bro, someone got kicked. Before I get to that, someone got kicked off my flight. Okay.
On what end?
Dubai to Japan. So the
They
flight.
got kicked off in Dubai.
Yeah. So
So they went from UK to Dubai, got kicked off in Dubai, and then we're like, bye.
So what happened was, I get on this flight as an air hostess. Ugh, lovely. Russian, I want to say. Lovely woman. Absolutely fantastic. Me and her were having bands. So I'm in like a 3-person seat near the window. And next to me is like a Japanese couple. I'm like, yo, why is there 3 of us this fucking seat? In front of me, 1 guy. To 3 seats. I'm like, this woman, yo, can I go? To the air hostess. I'm like, yo, can I sit there? Because I don't really care about this window seat. It's going to be dark the entire flight, basically. So I can't see shit. I'm flying into Naruto, not Haneda, so still, I can't see shit. If I want to see, like, the fucking countryside, bullshit.
the dark black countryside of Chiba.
Literally, bullshit. So I was like, bro, let me move there. And then these 2 can have, like, 3 seats to themselves and enjoy, like, a quiet couple's flight back to Japan, you know what I mean? Easy. Woman's like, oh my God, you're so kind. And I was like, yes, I am. And also humble. Move me. So we move there. The flight's waiting. So we're waiting.
Please ignore my massive ego. I need 2 other seats to fit it.
I need 2 more seats to see you go down. Can I move there? That's why I bought the 3 row. So like, I'm like, bro, can I move there? She's like, nice man. So I go there, I'm chilling. Doors have closed, waiting. It's like 15 minutes. We're still waiting. I'm like, bro, how are we still waiting? Why isn't the flight moving? This is crazy. Captain was like, sorry, bros. We're just waiting. And I'm like, yeah, I can fucking see that, mate. I'd like to know why you did it. I'm living in the moment. I am right there with you, my man. Bro, deep stuff. I feel you. I'm also waiting right there with you.
I feel like there's a physical connection.
I'm like, yo, can I go see the captain? There's a connection there.
Yeah.
You know, when he said I'm waiting, I was like, yo, bro, me too. It's like we're on the same fucking airplane.
Aren't we all just waiting?
Bro, aren't we all just... Isn't that what life is? Aren't we all just waiting? Yo, is that Captain the Philosopher? Can you bring him out here so I can punch him in the fucking face? Stupid cunt. I was so annoyed. I was like, what a dickhead thing to say. I was like, cool, fair enough. So, the seers are walking up and down. And she's like, I'm like, bro, what's going on? Why are you waiting? I already had a rapport. And she comes down to my level and I'm like, bro, this is going to be juicy. You could have just said, from standing, you could have just said, oh, we're waiting to taxi. Nah.
Right.
She bent down. She was like, bro, listen to this. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, yo, this is, I go on. She's like, listen to this. I'm like, yeah. She goes, someone forged their documents for vaccine and quarantine. So for the vaccine and also like to show a negative COVID test. She goes, someone forged the documents. And I go, forged? She goes, forged. They made fake documents to try to get into Japan. Japan's not that tough to get into.
No.
All you need to do is go and get a test and put it on their little website and they'll go, oh, you didn't have COVID in the last 72 hours? Cool. All right. Go and see Tokyo Tower or some shit. Whatever, bro. That's it. Forged, she said. I was like, bro, this is wild. What the fuck? 5-6 minutes later, Captain's back on. Captain's like, hey guys, so someone had the wrong documents to come to Japan. So they're just being removed from the flight and their baggage is also being removed from the flight. I'm like, wrong documents. That's what I was told. So she's walking up and down. We made eye contact. She just goes, like she's that wrong documents. And I'm like, yo, this is fucking wild.
Why would you do that?
Weeb's gonna weeb.
Yeah, but like now by forging you could have just got like regular shit and been okay. But because you're a fucking idiot and you forged your documents, now you're not going to get to go. You fucking moron.
The worst thing is Japan don't play games. So Japan's like,
no.
Japan's like, all right, back you go at your expense. Like you ain't getting in. It's not that hard to get in. Just bring the right documents. If you don't have them, don't forge them. That is not the way to do it. Like
I mean, Japan is a land of rules, and if you can't even follow the like most simplest rule of just get a test 3 days before you leave, like,
you're kind of fucked, bro.
What the fuck are you doing?
Honestly, oh my god, wild shit on the flight. Then let me tell you. So get back to Japan and the UK. So remember the UK, long time fuckery, much hassle, took like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get through everything. Disgusting. I fly into Narita. I hate Narita. This needs to be made very clear. Narita sucks. Worst airport. Sorry, Narita, but you fucking suck. Now, however, go on.
I just agree. Dan says forging a COVID test seems harder than just actually
Bro,
getting a COVID
it's way harder. It's way harder to forge a fucking COVID test. You need to know MS Paint. You gotta know Photoshop. That's a lot. That's a lot of work.
You put in a lot of work to just do like a thing where you just go, done.
Those things. I just went, yeah. All right, we're done. Sent a photo to like
15 minutes.
Bro, I sent a photo to the lab and they were like, that's good to me. Here's your certificate.
There's some other stuff in chat that before we continue on.
Go on.
Zodiac says, I understand Jordan's point on crime activity in some areas. You can only care so much.
Bro, talk to me, bro. You can listen, I can only care so much. Like, I was talking to my friend a while before and I was saying that for a very long time I was like, bro, I'm gonna try to improve this country. You know, London's my city. I'm gonna try to improve it when I have like the means to do it. And I realized like on a macro level, I can't fucking do shit. I can't improve this.
Right.
Like they're fucking meant to do. Like my older sister works with like underprivileged like teenagers and stuff. So I met them because like they know about me. They're like, oh, she's like, oh, this is a brother lives in Japan. He like speaks weird considering he's from like London. Like Londoners don't sound like me. I've said this before. So I met them, and the first thing is they were like, you look similar, but you don't look like you don't sound like you're related to this. Right. Because my sister sounds. She's from London. Sounds like she's from London. You know, sounds very street. So it was very fun to meet all these kids, hang out with them. For me, I was like, this is normal. I used to teach. This is cool. But I say kids are teenagers. So I'm giving them like life advice. I say it's how to like escape the hand they've been drawn. I'm showing them like there's like a big like punching bag. So I was like, oh, it's just some kickboxing. One guy wants to be like an Olympic boxer. Fucking cool guy. Love that kid. Very, very cool. So like I was showing him like some really cool ways he can do different like jab techniques. It was fun. It was a good old time. And I'm there like, oh, that was fun. All right, bye. See you guys next year or something. I don't know. So I go. My sister's like to me, yo, these kids don't really open up like that. Like it's these kids, if they don't like you, they make it very clear they don't fucking like you because it's how they grow up basically. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I'm glad to see that I was able to sort of impart whatever wisdom I could on these like youths doing like whatever youth thing. And I think when it comes to helping people still in London, I think that is probably as much as I can possibly do. Because anything outside of that, I'm like, bro, I don't have the energy. Like I can't. I can't go into your life and tell you why a life for crime isn't going to be a good thing or the importance of like studying. Like it should be very evident.
It is very obvious. Like you either do or you don't.
Yeah, right? You do. Like for me, I'm like, I knew from a young age, from like secondary school, I was like, bro, this place kind of sucks. There's a lot of crime here. Don't like how the streets look. Kind of shit. Guess I'll study because it's like, chance of me being professional, enter sport here. I don't know how high that is, but it's easier to fucking win the lottery. Not very high at all. Like, I don't want to be a rapper, so guess I'm going to study. Education, the key to all doors. Easier that way. So I took, in a sense, the easiest path, in a sense, you know? You know, not easy per se, but, you know, studying is easy. You do it and you get out. So, like, yeah, it was weird. It was strange, honestly. Fuck that.
I agree with this statement here. By Dust of Man. It's a little bit more philosophical.
Go on.
But he says, you can't go home again.
You can't.
That's true. That's true. You can't go home again.
Nah, you can't. I also agree with that literally.
Yes. In more ways than one. Maybe change that to don't go home again.
Don't go home again. Where was that? I'll finish my quick airport story. So, UK airport, long time. I land in Japan. And we leave late because obviously some dickhead forged documents.
Right, so you got there late.
We got there on time.
Oh, okay.
This is my thing. We get there on time, but
Sasuga, Japan.
Bro, I was like, bro, fucking Sasuke. Pilot was like, bro, I ain't being late. You're mad. Not 1 minute. He landed that shit on time. I was like, my man knows what he's doing. That's fucking cool. Do your thing, bro. He broke speed limits. I'm proud of him.
He's like, I'll just put the throttle up a little bit more.
This shit's going. Listen, all these engines about to be maxed the fuck out. We get in there on time. I can't be late. Fucking JR line train here. We can't be late.
Right.
Gotta be there on time.
Gotta have a connection.
So we get there, and then the fucking seatbelt sign goes off. Everyone's like picking up their shit, getting their bags out. Bro, doors ain't opening. Everyone's shuffling. Doors ain't opening. Captain jumps in. Captain's like, all right, bros, listen, guys. It's going to be like a 15, 20-minute wait.
Oh, dude, I've had that before. That's the fucking worst. When you're just sitting there on the tarmac and you're like, I see it.
It's right there. Man was like, it's going to be a 15 or 20-minute wait to get off this plane. And I was like, I am not going back.
And every minute that passes, that emergency exit door looks better and better.
Better and better.
Luggage, I just want off.
I was right. There was an air hostess right by that door, and I was just like, I can take her. One-on-one, I can take her. I can take this guy. I can get onto that tarmac right the fuck now, because I did not want to wait. And I'm there like, what the fuck? Why? The captain, luckily, this time, explained. He goes, something, the quarantine path to get out, to get from like A to B to C or whatever, is like still being used by like this other flight from a gate one down from us. So we're gonna wait for these cunts to fuck off.
Even if we let you out,
you can't move.
It's gonna be jammed.
Yeah, literally, it's gonna be jammed. So we're waiting for like these guys to move, and then you guys can also go. And I didn't understand what you meant. Like, what do you mean quarantine path? What the hell are you talking about? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But I was like, all right, cool. Guess we wait. So I just stand there. I got my big Sennheisers on. I have internet again because I'm back in Japan. So I'm just into like music, texting people. Finally, doors open. Was not 50 minutes. It was like 5-10 minutes maybe. I was like, I'm good with that. So we leave. We start breaking through. And I finally realized what they mean by the quarantine path. Because they have zones set up for leaving the airport. And it's like, zone 1, hey, open your Japan whatever screen and show me. It's like a blue screen that comes up to say like, hey, I've done the tests.
Right, yeah.
So as you're walking past, you show that screen. And they go, all right, keep going. If you've not done that, if you've not done the screen thing you're meant to do, you have to stand there and do it
and do the test
at the spot. Like the whole screen thing. And if you've not done that, there's a different path you have to go down where you get tested all over again. And that sounds horrible. Just fucking horrendous. Luckily, I did it beforehand, so I was like, here you go. You show it to them, and they go, all right, keep going. You just keep. I didn't slow down once. Keep going. Next thing is like, oh, open up your. Oh, it's you talk to a guy and he asks you like, hey, you feeling sick? That's it. Literally.
No.
Literally.
Okay, cool.
I got a little screen. The guy goes, hey, you feeling sick? And I go, no. He goes, headache, nausea, cold. And I go, nah, I'm good. He goes, I bet. Here's a little paper. You know, if you do feel sick, quarantine. All right, thanks, baby. He's like, all right, cool. We dab up. And I go, and I go to the next thing. It's immigration. And he goes, oh, you go fill in this thing. And I go, oh, I got my passport ready. So arrivals. Fill in real quick. All right, this is my flight thing. This is my passport, whatever. And the old woman's like, all right, welcome back. Line, I was in a weird, I had a Chinese woman in front of me. She didn't fill in any forms. And she's there and she's like, hey, my woman was masked up. She had a mask, a face shield, a head shield that covers the entire face. She had gloves, like a hazmat suit on, basically. I was like, yo, this woman is. I don't want to be anywhere near her because she knows something I don't. I don't know where she's been, but that's a little bit too intimidating. I'm not involved. It's a little bit too scary for my liking. But she had nothing filled in. So the woman behind the counter is like, bro, fuck off. Like, go fill in your things and come back. Right, fucking holding up the line. She fucks up. She fucks off. Guy in front goes through. Bing, bang, bosh. He's done. I go through. I'm like, here's my passport. Here's my thing. She's like, oh, I'll take your mask off. Take your headphones off. And I'm like, but my tunes. Know what I'm saying? But my banging tunes. Come on, man. I can't deal with this right now. Take them all off. Stand up on the camera. Do the finger thing. Bing, bang, bosh. That's done. Get the thing. Boom, bang. I beat my luggage out. So I'm there waiting for my luggage. Luggage comes out. Pick it up. Check the time. Bro, 45 minutes. Including the time spent waiting on the fucking aeroplane. I was like, can someone fucking was that not a world record? Was that not speed run?
That's pretty
Did I not
quick.
fucking speed run Narita Airport? Can someone dab me up? Can someone give me props? It was fucking
Turns out
impressive.
when you're organized, things run well.
Bro, when you're organized, things run so. I
Go figure.
went out so smooth, just beautiful. The for me, the icing on top, the cream of the crop. The last thing was, so I go to in the UK. I came back. Nothing's fixed in the UK. The roads, potholes. There is potholes and like crack streets and weird mismount pavements that have been there since I left, like 5 years ago. So I've come back and I've gone, oh wow, old Pothole Jones is still there. Oh wow, pavement still fucked. Like they do things like really, really, like there's now like Uber bikes or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And there's like Uber bikes, like Uber electric bikes, like around the city. You can just take them and ride from A to B to C or whatever. And that's cool. And I was like, wow, you guys are really advancing in ways that don't fucking matter. Like, who the fuck cares about Uber bikes littering the city? All right, cool. You're having a good time. You can ride them wherever. Cool, have a good time. The streets are still shit.
Right.
The crime is still rampant. Nothing, it doesn't look good. Like, it's still it's stressful being here. It's hard wheeling my suitcase around.
Whether you get shanked on the street or on an Uber bike, you still got
You
shanked.
still got shanked. My brother in Christ. All that's happened here is like I'm either shanked running or I'm shanked moving on a bike. Either way, I'm shanked, bro. Just one's faster than the other, literally.
One, you might be able to get to a hospital
Bro,
in time.
even if you get to a hospital, they don't do walk-ins. They've changed. You don't do walk-ins. They're
It
like,
appears you're bleeding on the floor. Please sign this form so we can get you.
is that bro?
Get you a consultation.
It's a bit too much blood there. So you fuck off to the side. Other people are waiting. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. So I was like, wow, UK is. They're building apartments at a rate that's very slow, and they're doing it at a rate that's overpriced, very slow. And I don't know why. I can't comment on why because I didn't care to look into it. I've been gone for a month now,
Right.
so I've come back, and as I leave my station, I'm fucking jet lagged. I'm tired. I'm walking. My suitcase is heavy. It was perfectly 30 kilograms. It was crazy, heavy.
Damn.
Fucking yeah, dude, heavy shit to fucking wheel. Also, my limit on my suitcase was 30 kilograms.
Okay, so you're like right up on the.
I mid-maxed that, dude. It was horrible. So I'm wheeling it through the station. I'm like, oh, thank God the station's smooth. I get out of the bike path area thing, and I'm like, yo, this shit sucks. It's going to be horrible to wheel home. Thank God I live close to the station. And as I turn that corner, it goes... And I'm like, in the month I was away, did they fucking repave this entire fucking street? In the month I was away. And there's no trace they've done it.
Right.
I just got back and it was just
smooth.
It was just, and I was like, yo, what? When the fuck did this happen? This is crazy. I go to your area today to the podcast. In the month I was away, have they not built a new fucking house in the bottom of your street?
Yes.
In the month I was away.
Yep. An entire house.
An entire house just sprang out of
You know
the
what's
ground.
crazy? I haven't even seen it. To confirm, you've just told me that there's a new house at the bottom of the hill.
Bro,
I haven't seen it because I always go the other way.
when I was last time I was here, there wasn't even structure there. Last time I was here, I remember very clearly.
Yes, it was an empty lot.
Big
That's what I remember.
Yep, big empty lot. That was like literally a month ago. I've come back. It's a beautiful new house.
There you go.
What the actual fuck? Like fuck me, dude. This is a little. Listen, I'm probably gonna be in this mood of like sucking Japan off for the next like month at least, at least. And I'm gonna be unapologetically like just shining off that man's top, and it can't be helped because when it comes down to it, been in the UK for a month, like the differences are so glaring to me currently. It's really hard not to comment on them. And I gotta say, like, if any of you fucking jaded cunts in the chat, listen. Or in the Discord later on when you're listening just on the podcast.
Right.
There's something very weird we do in Japan. I touched on at the beginning of the episode a little bit, where we take small problems and we really blow them out of proportion here.
It's all we got.
It's all we got. I
It's
know.
all we got.
It's all we got. And those small problems are like, being here, you're like, man, these small problems are really mounting up. They're really getting on my nerves. They're really like giving me fucking irks and shit. But then when it comes down to it, my whole thing is now going to be every year or two, just go back to your wherever you cool to home, because there's a reason you came to Japan
Right.
originally, and 1,000%, if you've been here for more than 3.5 years, you have forgotten that reason. You have. Most people do. I did. I didn't realize I had until I went back. I was
Right.
like, yo, I legitimately forgot why I came here. Or more importantly, like the benefits of living here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So going back, I was like, holy fucking shit. That's why I live in Japan. Like, even like just talking to my friends, like, the biggest thing, even just like talking to my friends.
Yeah.
The UK is currently going through what they've called a cost of living crisis. Fucking crisis. Like, fuel, power, everything's become more expensive to the extent where like 50 back a month, each month in the gas or electric, whatever, used to last like 2.5 weeks,
Right.
3 weeks. That's already a lot, but fair enough. Now, apparently that same money doesn't last a week. A week. Imagine Ichiman every week. Every week.
I don't spend Ichiman every week. Not but like maybe if I went and bought lunch every single week.
Oh, no. This is on just gas, electric, water.
Oh, you're talking utilities?
Utilities.
Oh, I don't even get that close. I think like maximum I spend is like 3,000 yen total. My internet's more, but I have like good
High speed
fast as
fiber,
fuck
good stuff.
internet,
Yeah. This is just like gas, electricity.
I pay like Ichiman for electricity and internet together.
Yeah.
But like that's me running
Oh.
my fucking my
Computer.
heater or computer all the time.
And that's a whole month, right?
yeah.
This is a week.
A week, yeah.
On
A
one
week,
on
a week.
one
God,
utility.
what would I have to do to like jack up my thing to Ichiman a week? Like,
On one utility as well.
yeah.
Fuck off, mate.
Jeez, okay, fuck.
Jesus.
That's brutal.
No, yeah. Even things like, so food also became like a lot of this is to do with like Brexit as well. Like food became more expensive too. It's a really shitty food thing that children like. It's called, do you know, fish fingers?
Yeah, it's like chicken fingers, but for idiots.
Yeah, literally. It's like breaded fish, you know?
Chicken fingers for
It's like
it's chicken fingers. But
chicken
fish.
fingers, but the sea.
You know what they say? It's the chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea. Like, so a box of like those, like they come in little fucking cardboard boxes. A box of 10, okay, used to be £1. So like 100 yen, like a box of 10 shitty little fish things, right? So I mean, it's me, my mom, my fucking nephew, a little 2-year-old little kid, very very energetic. So we're talking about. My mom's like, oh, I'm going to make him some fish fingers. We're going to hang out. We'll go to this event we're going to. I was like, cool. Sounds fun. Mom goes, oh, yeah. You've not been back here in a while. And I go, indeed, I've not. She goes, how much is a box of fish fingers? I was like, this is weird. It's like I'm a out of touch politician. And you're asking me just to gauge if I know what like the working class are eating. And I was like, oh, well, indeed, of course.
You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Bro, the way I would lose
$1.
that show.
It's $1.
Nah.
No, it's not $1.
Nah.
It's a little
Bro,
bit more than $1.
Bro, I was fucked. I was like, she goes, how much is a box of this fucking fish fingers? And I go, like £1? She's like, it's £5.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean £5? What do you mean £5 for a box of fish and breading? That can't be right. And it is fucking expensive.
Gas right now is $4 to $5 at the moment in Atlanta, Georgia. It's way fucking higher where I'm from. It's super fucking high.
Seriously?
There's like a point when I left where like for a liter of gas was like $1.70.
For a liter?
Maybe not for a liter. It was like $1.75. So like to fill up my car's gas tank was like $100.
Jesus fuck. So when I'm talking,
a lot.
when I mean gas, my boy, I'm talking about like
Home heating gas.
Home heating gas. I'm trying to remember, I don't know what car gas is in the UK. I do not remember, but I know it's very expensive.
I assume petrol is pretty expensive.
Ooh, ferry for was it 73 euros a megawatt an hour.
The dollar store ain't even $1 anymore.
Ain't even $1 anymore. Let it be known, bro. Ain't even $1 no more. I'm paying $3 minimum.
They rebrand by like slapping like a fucking loose leaf sheet of paper in between. It just says the $5 store, like the $2 store, the $250 store.
Bro, it's like I get like inflation, things
The
get more
dollar store
expensive.
plus tax.
Plus tax. Like things get more expensive. That I understand, but like, bro, the jump in prices for like basic necessities in the UK has been absolutely fucking insane. It's because Brexit, war, bad government. Bad government, the top one. They really fucking
fucked
up.
the dog on that one.
Bro, they fucked the dog hard. I feel very sorry for the
He'll
dog.
never walk right again.
Bro, it's gonna put him down.
Yeah.
It's seen some things. We gotta put him down. It's the most humane
Why
thing
does
to
he
do.
cry
This
at night?
My whole thing is my catchphrase in Japan before I left. I go through weird catchphrases. So my one in Japan was
the Dan,
Go
the
on.
dollars store.
the dollars store. Fantastic. Well done. I like that a lot. My catchphrase in Japan I kept saying before I left was, the vibes are immaculate. Because they were. The vibes, and they still are.
They still
The
are.
vibes were fucking immaculate. Before I left, and still now, there was some good fucking vibes. We had some good events, good vibes. Christmas was good. Like, it was good times. Immaculate vibes all around. Drunk parties. I realized I can't make a cocktail. That was hilarious. We'll get there. And then, what do you call it? I realized 2 weeks into being back in Japan,
Yep.
back in the UK, I hadn't said that once. Like in the UK, I had not said the vibes are immaculate once. And I stick to catchphrases pretty fucking, I don't just stop. Like it's a thing I do for a long time. And I just didn't say it. I didn't realize either. It was when I was talking to Jay when Jay came to the UK, and I was like, bro.
Did you meet him when?
Nah,
no.
times didn't overlap, sadly. And he was jet lagged when he arrived, so like it was what it was basically. But like there was no immaculate vibes there. The vibes were good. They were good vibes, you know? Great.
Not immaculate.
Nah, great vibes even. Not immaculate. My catchphrase in the UK was, I can't wait for this island to sink into the ocean.
If only one island can be reclaimed by the fishmen, it better be this one.
It better be this one. That was my whole thing. I was like, bro, fuck this place. When the fishermen come and sink this place into the sea, everything will be better. And everyone's like, what? And I'm like, so my little sister.
Can't wait for Atlantis
Bro,
2.
can't wait for Atlantis 2. No electricity, boogaloo. Because underwater. It's gonna be fucking sick, bro.
They got cables for that.
They got cables. Fucking Atlantis 2 deep sea cable boogaloo. So like, it was like my little sister listened to the podcast, so she got the reference. She was like, brilliant. But everyone else was like, what? And I was like, I'm not explaining it. Like, I can't be fucked. I'm not gonna explain it.
Fair enough.
So my is, we cut the UK at the Scottish border, and all of that.
We can't involve them. Like they're just doing their own thing.
Scotland's chilling. Leave Scotland the fuck alone. They're good. Scotland up there, vibes immaculate, good people. The rest of the UK, cut that shit off. Just push into the ocean, like sinking a sponge into a tub of hot water. Just fucking push it down and hold it down there. If it shakes, that's okay. That's natural. It's natural. Let it shake.
It'll stop after.
It'll stop after a little while. That's not. Read the instruction 3. It will stop after a while.
When the bubbles stop coming up, you know you're good.
When the bubbles stop, hold it down for an extra minute just to be sure.
safe.
Just to be safe. And once that stops, you flip it upside down, underwater still, and you let go, and let it slowly rise back to the top. And that's when the fishermen will take over. That was my thing. I cannot wait for this fucking country.
I mean, given that it's the UK, that's their just desserts, right?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Now it's your turn to get colonized.
Bro, now it's your turn. Oh, bro.
The fishmen come to colonize.
I cannot wait for them to be like, bro, we learned this from you, daddy. We learned this.
We've been sitting and waiting, taking notes.
We've been waiting, we're taking notes, we only get reruns of World War 1 and 2 documentaries down here in Fishtopia. We've been watching you guys at work. We were like, God damn.
It's really hard to get reception underwater.
Really hard. All our reading material was this textbook you guys have thrown into the ocean. So we're like, bro.
Well, you're not reading them, so
Might as well. We're like, bro, this UK fucking colonizing this shit. Yo.
This guy seemed like the villain of this story.
Bro, the fishermen of the UK.
Either.
By either. Listen, fishermen are anti-heroes. They're okay.
Right, okay.
They're good. They've come up from the ocean to do the justice.
They're like the Punisher, right?
They're basically they're the Punisher if the Punisher is Aquaman and cooler, basically. You know what I'm saying?
So he's Namor.
So he's Namor. Fuck yeah, bro. He's Namor. Bro, I was watching Black Panther 2 in the UK, and I was like, yo, Namor got some good points, man. Gosh, goddamn.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not. I was like, yo, man, fuck Namor. Namor's going a bit too hard. And then I saw the history, and I was like, Listen, Neymar's got a point. He's got some good points there. Let him cook. let's see what this goes. Let my boy cook. But my God, UK was fine. To single back to like a single point. Like I think you do need to go back every once in a while, just like
realign your priorities.
Yeah, like realign your priorities. Like to cycle entirely back to the Hudson Water thing as well. Going back to the UK, then going back to Japan, I had like a very interesting moment where I was like, oh, I've come a really long way, but there's still a lot more that I want to do here. And there's still a lot more that I want to accomplish living in Japan. And I think I forgot or lost like the motivation to some extent to want to accomplish things that I originally had set my mind to.
Because it becomes routine after a while.
It does.
Right?
Yeah, it does. It becomes really routine. You start thinking like, you're like, oh, I don't have time for this. Can't be bothered. I'm exhausted or something.
Right,
Some nonsense like that. But then like being back in the UK for like a month, I was like, wow, like you guys finish work at like 5 or 6, but then you're paying like $200 in like train fees to get to work that your company isn't paying.
Right.
And like, there's like nothing to do here. So like, even if you have
free time, what
like,
are you
what
doing?
do you do? Like, what are you doing? Really? Like, it's not. I get why people feel uninspired there, and being in Japan, there is so much to see and do. There is like a lot of places that one can travel to. There's a lot of like creative outlets that one can take, and there is a chance of that like progression in like different corruptions. Like there is a lot of ways you can go from like A to B to C here, like be it career or like hobbies or whatever. In the UK, those options don't really exist just because of the current crisis the UK is in, both in like housing and also like cost of living, but also jobs. Like a lot of my friends are like, bro, like I don't want to work the job I'm working, and I go out and I look for jobs and there's nothing, like nothing, or I have to take a cut of like 20 grand a year or whatever
to do something that I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
But I'm basically in poverty.
Yeah, literally poverty. Like it's looking at the UK from being in Japan for so long, I was like, wow, I need to understand that the backdrop I'm currently in is umpteen times better than the one that I was at. And that's why I'm here, you know?
Right.
Because the backdrop is better and there's more chance and opportunities to do the things that I want to do. That's not saying Japan is some kind of, let's make it clear, ain't no fucking sparkling oasis in the desert.
Yeah.
Japan's got some fucking shit it needs to work out. Like they got some big and some fucking tiny problems they got to sort the fuck out. But when it comes down to it, comparing those problems to like the UK, for me personally, it's whatever.
Speaking of fucking problems that Japan has,
Go on.
I made my yearly pilgrimage to the Shakusho.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I know. So I kept getting these things right from the Shakusho being like, hey, you need to pay your like residence tax or whatever, right?
Yeah,
and
it's
It's everyone you get the envelope gets more red.
Oh, I love those.
Right.
I like waiting to see how dark they can go, then hang them on my walls, a nice collage.
So eventually, me and Chiro were just like, we need to go figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, send me the Shakusho by myself. I can maybe get it done, but I might not 100% understand what the fuck is going on.
Me every time.
And I knew at that point, because we had checked my like working stuff, is that my company is paying for
your tax
all
and
of
shit.
the tax
Yeah,
stuff.
you're fine. Yeah.
But I was still paying it through the paper stuff. So we get there and we're talking to the guy and he's like, oh, like, give me all your stuff, blah, 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 blah. And like, I have all the receipts for my stuff because we kept them.
Yep, always.
And he's like, looks like you've double paid for 7 months.
Yes.
And I'm like, you just decided what not
to tell me? You fucking idiots, yeah.
I'm like, that's basically literally theft.
That's
right?
theft, yeah.
But like, there's shit like that where it's like, it's super annoying. They would never notify you, and they keep sending you things like you need to pay, even though that they're getting money from my fucking company. So they're like, oh, next month you're gonna get a thing, fill it out, and send it back to us in the mail, and we'll with like your banking information,
and we'll send you all your money. Yeah.
But I'm like, it was like Hachiman, Nanaman.
Do you know when they'll tell you? When the year is up.
Probably, yeah.
No, because they don't actually check that shit until the year is up. Yeah. I double paid for like 3 or 4 months, not realizing I'd already paid, and then like the year was up, and they were like, I got this letter. And I was like,
That's almost
Yeah.
a fucking grand.
Yeah, of course.
They're just not gonna tell you.
Think of it as like a saving plan. No, they're not going to tell you.
That's what I said. So like when I found out,
Literally.
I'm like, I'm just gonna go buy some shit because like
Yeah.
I had $700 coming back my
No,
way.
100%.
Like, why not?
No, fuck it. Why not, honestly?
We need another microphone anyway.
Smash it. Fuck it. Why not?
And
Idiots.
I got another fucking Jumon from doing winter school.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love when money is coming in. It makes me such a good mood, you know what I'm saying?
I've never had this much money in my account.
It's fantastic, isn't it? It's
So
good
like
stuff.
that's one of the reasons why like losing my job. I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay. I'm like I have like almost 2 million yen.
You got like labor board stuff coming as well, so who knows at this stage?
Right, yeah. It
know what I mean?
might even be more than that.
Mhm.
There might be a settlement done somewhere.
I'm very excited for this. I'm hoping.
So we'll
that-
see. We'll see where that goes.
I'm hoping for it. Honestly, it'll be good. But that's the thing. Like Japan does get like it's really slow when it comes to these like tax things. What are you showing me?
Twiggy says, "Yo, Jordan, it's Rebecca from Australia."
Yo, what up, Rebecca? What the fuck? My dude, how have you been? Hope you're doing good. Come back to Japan soon. Did you meet Rebecca?
I don't think so.
Ah, she's good. She was one of the Atsugi people.
I might
have.
have once,
Maybe
many moons ago at Jay's house, and then
probably
not again.
many a drunken karaoke sesh with the people.
I don't. Maybe, definitely maybe.
I'll show you photos afterwards. But yeah, thanks for dropping in, my dude. Fucking fantastic. I love to see it. But I digress. UK was trash. Love the family. Love to see the friends. Have a new lease on life coming back in Japan. So I'm very sort of happy about. So I'm very excited to sort of
I
like.
will be by the
start
end
moving
of the
forward.
year.
Bro, let's go. I'll let Jane know. We'll do a whole drinking thing when you're back. Very excited for that. A lot of people are coming to Japan this year.
Because they can now.
Because they can. Should be a fucking fantastic year. But yeah.
So speaking of that, though,
Go on.
I wanted to talk about what plans do we have for the coming year for, I mean, the show
We have.
specifically.
Did we talk about the agency thing?
No, we haven't. No.
Do you want to talk a little bit?
Sure.
'Cause
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
gonna
I
it's
think we
gonna
can
it's gonna come up in a bit anyway. It's like
talk. Well, I mean, if you're listening to this episode, you've probably already heard it now and been like, "What the fuck is this?"
is it going in this
'Cause
episode?
It will be in the bumper for this.
Is it from this episode?
I think so.
Oh,
well, why
shit.
not? Oh, I mean, we could put it on the next episode. We still have to record. I think we're gonna re-record the ones we did before because they're okay.
Might as well, yeah.
But
Yeah.
and I got to do all the music anyway. But
Cool.
yeah. So
So basically, we were approached by like a podcast agency thing. Very much what I do for my job, but podcasting.
yeah.
And they approached me saying like, so they followed the person in charge of it followed me on all my networks like a year ago,
Mhm.
and I assume they followed the podcast too. And they
Yes.
spent a year like basically listening to our podcast, and then they were like, "Hey, we love your podcast. Come and join like our agency."
Mm.
So yeah, we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be like there'll be ad reads in some episodes. There'll be a like cross what do you call it?
Promotion. Yeah.
Promotion. So you might hear like some promotions from different podcasts who like are also in the agency, and that's fine. They'll be like put in like the midway.
I think probably what we'll do, because the way that we've structured it since last year has always been like our preamble,
Yes.
talking horse shit
Ah.
for 30 to 40 minutes.
Fantastic.
And then a thing in the middle
Yeah.
for like, however long the bumper is.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then what our topic is for that day, right?
That
And it'll
works.
just be a matter of editing, right?
That'll be easy. Okay, in that case, we'll have like for future episodes, when it does kick off, it'll probably be like, as if said, preamble, some kind of an ad read and or a shout out from another podcast, and then like the rest of the episode basically. So yeah, look forward to that in coming episodes.
So I think though the biggest thing is if we are getting lots of ad reads, I don't
Yeah.
know what is actually going to happen there, but the fact that we're getting any ad reads is like, that's
It's cool.
one is more than zero, so I can't complain, right?
100%.
But like maybe that leads to other places. Like maybe that's depending on how much it is. Like, oh, can we now rent studio space? Do we not have to sit in my house?
Indeed.
Can we get more equipment?
Indeed.
Can I buy a laptop to just run the stream from
Just like a stream. Yeah, exactly.
like from somewhere else, right?
yep,
So
yep.
it is opening doors for us, hopefully
Hopefully.
in the future.
Should be fun.
And again, too, like having that backing as well.
It's nice.
When you go, hey, we want to have you on as a guest. There's some more legitimacy there. I mean, obviously, you know, like I think this is episode 151, right?
Nice.
So, you know, when you get approached by a podcast and go, hey, like we've already done 150 fucking episodes.
Yeah.
We're not like
We know what we're doing.
We're not gonna quit next week.
Yeah, we know what we're doing here. Yeah.
So I think that will help. I think there's going to be a lot more people coming on this year.
Yeah, 100%. I have people that I'm talking to outside of. I'm not gonna name drop. Outside of like work stuff. So yeah, we can definitely like get some cool people on. It'll be fun. I'm very excited for it. We got some influencers, some videographers, some photographers coming on. Should be pretty fun. Well, yeah, it's gonna be a good year.
I think maybe we'll have to have like a little discussion maybe afterward, maybe not today, but another time.
Whatever, yeah.
And just like I need to just fire out like a million emails as much as I can and work that in because you know figuring it out who can come when and like you know
it's always a hassle. Yeah, it's always hard.
Are they gonna come to like in here to the house? Because like you know if I want them in person to do recordings, it's gonna be with my equipment because I don't know what the fuck they have. Like if they're running like some garbage, you know, microphone, it's gonna sound like shit. There's always an issue doing stuff like that. So
we'll find neutral space and stuff. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, should be good. I'm very excited for it, honestly. Oh yeah.
We haven't quite hit 2 hours, but we're pretty close.
I'm literally, as you can tell, I'm still fighting this fucking airplane code thing.
Maybe like you know we'll maybe push it to 2 hours here if that's okay with you. You know, it's another 12 minutes. I mean, we have a chat.
Oh, quick chat, and then we'll talk about the Christmas party we had before I left, and we'll call that a day.
Yeah, we never talked about that.
We didn't. No, it was in a weird overlap before I left.
Okay, so do you want to talk about that?
Yes, it was really fun actually. We had this as you guys know, I love me some cooking. So me and my friend Sean, we do this thing where we go. Sean will message me and he'll say, "Hey,
do you want this Christmas party?" I thought we were talking about the other Christmas party.
Which other one?
The one where you were invited to go to, because we didn't talk about that either.
Which Christmas party?
The Chris's one.
Oh, that was fucking cool. Wait, what the fuck?
We never talked about that. Maybe that was Halloween. I thought it was Christmas. Maybe it wasn't Christmas. No, you were gone for Christmas.
I was gone for Christmas. Yeah.
Halloween. We never talked about that too.
Do we not? That's not. No, we did. Yeah, we did. Dogen. We did.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, we did.
I think it's something else. But no,
anyway,
what we had was very fun. So me and my friend Sean, we really like randomly cooking stuff. So what happens? Sean will message me and he'll go, "Hey, I want to cook thing, and my kitchen's shit, and you have the equipment. Can I come to your house and cook this thing?" And this time it was, I want to cook macaroni and cheese, but I want to make pasta from scratch. And I was like, this is a ridiculous idea. Let's do it. So the plans are full. We're going to make a whole Christmas menu thing. So it's like whole chicken and like drinks and food. And all the boys came around to my tiny house. And we had a giant...
It is a tiny house.
But it's fun. And
it is fun.
A big old Christmas party there. And there's certain things I learned at this party. One... I've changed my umesh. I put more sugar in the umesh as well.
Is it not paint thinner now?
It was beautiful. So I realized that at this party, one of the main things I realized was that I like a strong drink of alcohol. I realized that I drink my drinks pretty fucking strong. And I realized this because my umeshu is apparently very fucking strong.
It just tasted like paint thinner.
It tastes delicious. So me, I'm drinking this and I'm like, aerate it. That's a 10. Like, it was good. It was like a good, I can taste the umeshu. It's not that sweet. It's got that nice alcohol kick to it. It's what I liked. But others were like, yo, this shit's fucking strong. Me and Sean like, this is great.
Instantly, I was just like, nope.
Yeah, David was like, no,
nope.
This is a new umeshu. This is just really fucking strong.
I'm like, you put a plum into like straight alcohol.
Yes, that's umeshu with like a cube of sugar. And I was like, job done.
Definitely not.
Some shit. Like, so apparently there wasn't enough sugar in my umeshu. It was seems to be the issue.
Because I don't think your fruit actually fermented properly.
Enough, yeah. Apparently so, yeah. So I added more sugar into it. Gave it a couple shakes. Then coming back after the winter, I realized, okay, it's become more pruny. It is fermented more. So I'm just gonna.
It's pulled more of the stuff out.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep shaking it, keep giving it like twists every now and again. But it does look the plums have become more shriveled, which is good. And like what solidified my I don't know how to drink alcohol properly. I just drink I like strong beverages because I wanted to make there's a drink that David J makes, a really good like this grapefruit.
It's like grapefruit with botanical gin and rosemary, and then like a slice of grapefruit.
Ooh, delicious. And the way Jay makes it is fucking fantastic. The man used to work in a bar. He knows what he's doing. So I was like, I can make these. I know what I'm doing. I can make a drink. It's not that difficult. And I made one for David.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was strong.
Yeah, it was really strong.
But I like that gin, so it didn't bother me too much.
No, exactly, yeah. But in looking the way like Jay made it and looking the way I made it, I was like, wow, I'm using like double shots. But for me, drinking this, I'm like, this tastes exactly the same to me. Like, I'm like, oh, this is great. This is also great. These both taste like good drinks with alcohol in them. Like, I was like, wow, my palate is fucked. I was like, my palate when it comes to alcohol, fucked. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it just the tolerance for it is ridiculous. But it's fine. I'm thinking that once everyone's back, we're definitely gonna have like a New Year, everyone's back style party. I think maybe next week or the week after. It's gonna be very fucking fun. I'm very excited for this, honestly.
Okay. I found the funniest thing at the fucking Christmas party was Cora when he showed up.
I love Cora. Yeah,
Cora is our French friend,
legend,
and like honestly, we see him like once a fucking year.
I love him.
I do.
Yeah,
I see him once. I
see him a little more. We go rock climbing together, but the man is just fucking fantastic.
So he shows up to the party, right? And he's like, "Oh, I bought bread and pate," and we're like,
Beautiful.
"Okay, cool, right?" So like. We're just, we're ripping the bread, we're eating the pate, and like we get through one baguette, and there's like still like huge jars of pate left, and we're like, well, it's a shame that we don't have any more bread, and Cora's just like, no, I bought like 3 more baguettes.
He bought like fucking 4 or 5 baguettes.
He like opens his bag and he just has 3 more fucking baguettes in there. And we're like, what the fuck?
I remember that.
Because we had been sitting there for like 20 minutes, like, geez, I wish we had more bread. And he's like, no, what do you mean? I have more bread in my bag.
We were doing the same thing. Like I saw us both doing it. I'm like taking bread and eating like sparingly. I'm like, oh man, let me not just fucking wreck too much of this bread. Like there's only 1 baguette, and I'm like, okay, it's a big baguette, but I'm like, there's only 1. I'm like, I'll do it sparingly, and then like when we ran out of baguette, maybe I'll get some crackers, maybe like some little things of like disc bread stuff. We can eat potato with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a little sparing about it, and then like as the bread runs out, and Connor just opens his bag, and there's just like a shit. We couldn't even go through all the bread.
No. We didn't even finish it.
Didn't even finish it. It was so much fucking bread. We finished with the pate.
Yeah.
Fucking delicious. But
yeah, I just found it really funny that he just like only showed 1 baguette. And that's all we thought he had. And he's like, no, I bought like 4.
He always does. Like, he is one of my favorite guests at dinner parties. He knows what he's doing when it comes to dinner parties.
He goes alone.
He goes alone. Like, I'm always cooking, especially when it's at my house. And when it's at my house, I'm always like, okay, I'm going to do something silly. I like a centerpiece. I want like so we had a whole chicken this time, big old roasted chicken, and we had like stuffing and rice and blah 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 blah. And the time before that, we did Thanksgiving. And it was like 2 smaller chickens. We had like garlic mash. That
was good too.
It was good stuff. And Cola bought just cheese.
Oh yeah, the fucking super stinky cheese.
Just nothing like 3 or 4 different types of cheese.
The rankest fucking cheese I've ever smelled.
How did he find that in Japan? Where did he fucking get his hands on this?
He's just like he fucking like teleports to France or something. Like I don't know. He's just like I just go to the cheese store,
I remember, so Colin knows the best places for like, of course he does. For like, it's very, very, very stereotypical.
How French that he goes to
fucking French.
The perfect like French bakery with pate and baguettes, and then he knows like the best cheese fucking store in Tokyo.
I remember this story really well from last episode. He was telling me when he got the cheese, he came a little bit late. So I think we're meeting at whatever, and he came like 20 minutes later. And it was whatever. It's my house. It's a Jordan's party. If you're on time, I'm surprised. Like I assume everyone's gonna be like an hour late. Christmas party, Jay was like 3 hours late. Like this is the norm. This is casual. You show up when you're ready. Don't chill. I'll tell you what time dinner's ready. I'll tell you what time you can start arriving, and you just turn up whenever you want. Like it's very chill. We're gonna be me and Sean are gonna be drinking the whole time. Do not you worry. We're gonna be okay. My favorite story was Connor coming in when he brought all the cheese, and he was kind of irritated, not visibly, but he was like, "Oh man, I came here late," and I was like, "God, it's fine, it's whatever." I was like, "What happened?" And he goes, "There was this woman in front of me, and she couldn't decide what cheese to get." And he went on like this 15, 20-minute rant about this woman in front of him at the cheese store who didn't know immediately. He's like, she's asking all these questions about the cheese. Like, how do you not know? Why are you in line? Like, he was so mad. He was like, you should know what cheese you're gonna get. You go and you
when you
ask
go to the cheese store, you buy cheese.
You
What
buy
I
cheese.
don't know.
Why don't you know what you want? He was visibly upset, and it was. I was like, I was like, Jordan, he's clearly annoyed by this, and I don't know why. It's clearly a cultural thing, but do not laugh. I'm dying inside. This is fucking hilarious. Do not laugh, because it was fucking funny.
You know what I think's funny? We do a stronger French accent than he actually has.
Oh, his accent is a strong at all. Like, it's not that bad. It's just fun to do. Like, but he was visibly annoyed at like that, the bull. And I get it. It's annoying. Like, know what you want before you land up at the fucking cheese store, you stupid hag, or something like that.
Yeah, when you go to like a specialty cheese store, you should know what fucking cheese you want.
To be fair, like, especially without like the one he goes is pretty expensive as well. So if you're gonna go to like expensive like French cheese stores in the middle of Tokyo, you're gonna be paying a pretty penny for these cheese. Like, you want to really know what you're gonna get. And I get the whole, I'm gonna talk to the taste stand to make sure like I'm getting the right cheese. But at the same time, know what you're gonna fucking get, mate. Like, even just getting a little bit of cheddar, all right, fair enough. Go and fucking get it. Move on. You got professional cheesiness lining up to get their fucking cheese. But that was Christmas. Very fucking fun party. Yeah. All right, David. I'm gonna park this jet, just like that pilot who left us waiting, guys. It's I'm gonna park this fucking jet, guys. It was fucking pleasure.
A long podcast. But
Did not feel long at all. I'm not gonna lie.
no, I think we could probably talk for like 2 more hours.
It's
if we
been a
needed to.
month. I honestly
Been-
fucking could.
Yeah,
honestly.
like an actual month.
It's been an actual month. I
Surprisingly, I don't want to drag
No,
this on
go
any
on.
longer than it is. Surprisingly, not that much of a dip in viewership over 4 weeks.
that
which
was-
is kind of
that was my one concern, but I'm glad about that. I saw there's like new people in the Discord as well. Which is
there
nice.
are, yes, and welcome to you. I
Welcome.
assume you listen.
Yeah. welcome. Guys, you know where the Discord is. Join it if you want. Great. We jump in every now and again, have dumb conversations. It's also a great place to share like Japan travel, blah, blah, blah stories. People jump in asking about advice about like JR passes and shit. So it's a pretty good place to enjoy some behind the scene bants. But yeah, guys, it's been a month. It's glad to be back. Stay healthy, stay safe. And I'll see you
next week.
next week. It's because of podcast again. Oh.